It's a dope move by Steve.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's going on, everybody? It is that time of the week. That's right. It is time for Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about all things sports. I am Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend. The reason why this podcast is called what it is, Big Game James. What up, guy? What's going on?
Man, Stoggs, what's happening, dude? Hey man, can't wait. I swear, Bart Scott voice. Can't wait. Like,
yo,
it's man.
This is gonna be a good one. We always say that, but this is a podcast that I'm really looking forward to, not only because of the subject matter that's going on right now, not only with NFL, of course, NBA playoffs, but man, this top five tonight, woo-wee, top five NFL draft class of all time. Listen, this is going to be a great one. So make sure that you tune in. Make sure that you also like, subscribe, smash that bell so you know when great content that is coming on BGSE Network, Big Game Sports and Entertainment, where sports and entertainment collide. You can definitely make sure that you pick that up. Okay.
That was supposed to be a bell. My bad.
You gave me a buzz.
That was a buzzer. My bad.
You did. You gave me a buzz. But it's all good, man.
The picture's a bell, though.
Okay, picture is a bell, even though it's a buzz. Hey, make sure that you can also listen to us on your favorite podcast platform, because we are there. Because we are there. Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Spotify. We are on YouTube and Instagram. And make sure you check out those shorts that Big Game puts out. They are fantastic and phenomenal. He does a great job on it. So make sure that you also check out our other podcasts on the network. Okay. I think I covered it all.
You need a bottle of Gatorade, don't you?
Man, you know what?
That's a lot of stuff in one saying.
Crown apple and ginger ale. Let's go. Be ready for that now.
All right.
Yeah, I said it.
Right,
These dogs, I swear. All right. Man, let's get into this. Right, 4 downs.
It's time for the 4 downs. That's right. The hottest sports news around. BGSB presents 4 downs.
That's right. These are the 4 downs. These are the topics that we have deemed as hot topics that are going on right now. We talked about this last week. On this first down. With Ham getting fired, and I said he was going to get fired. I said this. I said Devin Ham was going to get fired. Right or wrong, we knew that. Do you think that this being LeBron's 9th coach in 21 seasons, there's a problem with LeBron, or is it the GMs, and I do say GMs, that are hiring the coaches? Because I don't want to talk about legacy. I don't want to talk about legacy. I want to talk about the people behind this, because we know that he has input.
Oh, big time. And
right.
let's just go ahead and call it what it is, man. We've
Yeah.
said this many a times before when we get into the conversation and the debate on people losing their job, keeping their job. We
Mhm.
know when the stuff hits the fan, these coaches are not. I mean, the GMs aren't going to fire themselves. So
Right.
when things go wrong, they have to blame the coach. I mean, you just think and take a few minutes, Jay, and look at it. And I know this is not the person we're talking about.
Yeah.
You can't tell me Giannis didn't play a part and get
Yeah.
Adrian Griffin fired
Right.
with management, right?
Right.
Adrian Griffin's gone. They come in below 500 with Doc Rivers, ousted in the first round of the playoffs.
Right.
So now everyone's like, well, then I think Doc need to go too. What about the general manager that listened to the super diva player and fired the coach that
Yeah.
had you with well above 500 in third place in the Eastern Conference
Right.
and not doing horrible? I mean, listen, everyone said that as long as LeBron is there, he has influence and he's going to try to get his guy. To where now they're talking about the Lakers are talking about hiring JJ Redick, who has no coaching experience. And you're telling me you're going to replace one rookie coach with another one that's a former player that to do improve what?
I mean, we've seen this happen in the league, right? With Nash in Brooklyn. And we saw what that experiment, because it was an experiment, what happened, right? And you had big superstars that were there. KD, Kyrie was there, right? So, I mean, obviously, I think there has to be blame on LeBron, some blame. But I agree with you where there has to be real blame back on the GMs because they do hire the coaches and they ultimately will have that final say of, okay, look, I understand you are who you are, but we've got to hire the right person for the job. But I mean, you've played in the game to have influence like that. I mean, you do want to, satiate your people. You want to make sure your superstar is happy. Joe, good to see you. Good to have you. Yeah, all the blame game goes to LeBron. He running the organization.
Hey, real quick, shout out Joe. And Joe is the proud parent of a soon-to-be graduate. Son graduating from North Carolina A&T tomorrow, man.
Oh,
big ups to you and the fam. Hey, I'm sorry I
Yes.
can't be there, but moms and them will be up in the morning, man. Y'all have a good time.
There you go.
But I mean, we know LeBron is the problem, partly.
Yeah.
But from an ownership standpoint, you made a real good point about not talking about too much of how, LeBron's someone said, Jay, that sooner Kendrick Perkins, and I don't agree with everything Kendrick said, but
Right.
LeBron is starting to run the risk of ruining his own legacy because making excuses, finding ways that teams are bending over backward to make things happen for him,
right?
Yet he's still not delivering the ultimate goal at the end, and that's the championship.
I mean, and that was the question that I posed last week, and maybe it was a week before when they got bounced was, is he holding the league hostage? Is LeBron holding the league hostage over his son, over Bronny? And saying where he's going to go or telling, Lakers essentially, and this hasn't been confirmed, but we can pretty much speculate with good knowledge that he's saying, look, you sign Bronny, I'm with you.
Man,
if
this
not,
is my thing. He could be, Jay. He could try to give the Lakers an ultimatum, but this is the problem.
Yeah.
At what point in time does a general manager put his foot down, say, man, look, this is my team. This is what I'm doing. And if you don't like these terms and wish to be gone, vamonos, door to explore his ass. Get him out. Because the thing is, the Lakers are bigger than LeBron James.
Yes.
The Lakers can be big again without LeBron James. Jeannie Buss has got to get out the goddamn way. And maybe it's time for Pelinka to go. Because he's made a lot of dumbass decisions too.
He has. Pelinka should go. He should have been gone a long time ago. before LeBron got there, signing Carmelo and all these old stars and aging stars to try and come there and basically, I guess, buy a championship, which we see and know that doesn't work.
Right.
It really doesn't work. But yeah, I still lean towards the GM. I understand about LeBron. Will it taint his legacy? It's weird. It's weird to ask that question because I think there's so much hate, and here's a $5 word, vitriol against LeBron. That there you go. I think his legacy is going to be what it already is. And I don't think ever since the decision happened, it pretty much was tainted. He was a bad guy of the league.
Yeah, he became a lot of people's villains with the decision.
Absolutely.
I don't hate LeBron. That I hate that so much conversation goes into what LeBron wants and what LeBron needs. Sounds like that damn commercial that they singing right now. On
what
TV.
LeBron wants, what LeBron needs.
Right, but it's when you came up with this down and you just straight up look at it, just looking at it black and white.
Yeah,
is it the star player or is it the general manager to blame? In this case, I believe it's both because the star player has a lot of influence over the general manager, who then tries to appease him, but yet. It's showing, and you made the best point, Jay. A damn good point. Look at what that did for Brooklyn. Look at what it did. Vogel just lost his job today in Phoenix. But yet, you put together a big three, and they wasn't as good as Big Me.
No.
You see what I did there? You see?
I see that.
Big Me. All right, anyway, sorry about that. It is what it is.
It is. I got you.
It's not going to work.
Yeah,
it worked in Miami because they still had other pieces to go along with Wade, Bosh, and James, right?
Yeah.
Right now these other things like Phoenix was horrible. They were horrible. They missed so many pieces. Beal wasn't healthy. KD is he's showing out that he is an old dude that's just on the team, like still good, but not quite the difference maker.
Can we? Okay. Here we go.
Oh shit!
You did it.
I did it to myself. Go ahead.
Is KD
you couldn't wait.
Really that good now?
Now, see, there you go. You changed it. You said now.
Now.
No.
I can't. Yeah, he wasn't going to fire Spo.
Yeah, because Pat Riley wasn't going to play them games with him, dude.
No,
that's the thing. No. You have to be a GM. And you got to let what Willie D and the Ghetto Boy said.
Gotta let your nuts hang.
You gotta let your nuts hang. Gotta stand up for what you believe in.
That's it. But in that same vein, though, when we talk about KD, because I see what you're trying to do there.
I tried to divert and go to something else.
You tried to, man.
Okay, go ahead.
The reality is, like I said, KD will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm not going to say he's not. He's won championships. He's won MVPs. But that dude is not a dog. He is not he can't carry a team.
But Jay Stocks, those guys that we once thought were dogs. I mean, and I know we got to get the second down and keep this thing moving, man, and keep things on track. But think about it, and look at the playoffs now. Just look at the NBA playoffs now.
Yeah,
all the big household names are not the stars and those dogs that we had just a few years ago. There's no LeBron James. There's no KD.
Yeah,
right. There's no Steph Curry. All those names
LeBron is still there.
They lost. He's gone.
Yeah, but still, I mean, dude is averaging 20 something.
Don't turn into the buff nerd just stat wise, just off of 1 point you want to.
I mean,
that's the point I'm making. It's changing.
It is changing.
Of the guard is taking place.
It is
right now. So much so we're gonna talk about it in third down.
third down and actually second down. Let's go ahead and get into it, man, because we'll stay there all day. That's what Chop Shop. Look, second down. Are the Timberwolves? You see how you know what I do.
Yes, sir.
Are the Timberwolves number one really better than the Nuggets?
Hey, man.
And we'll start there and we'll continue on. But
yes,
2-0 is dominant.
Hey, man, and they did that with crazy ass Rudy Gobert at the hospital watching his baby being born. This is my thing.
Yeah,
that team. Tip your hat to the Minnesota Timberwolves front office and coaching staff.
Yeah,
because they kind of went old school basketball in a sense to where they built this team around length and defense.
Yeah.
And, Anthony Edwards kind of had the misfortune of coming out the COVID year, 3 years ago when COVID was rapid, and we saw him at Georgia. We saw him on TV, but then it was still just a little different when he got to the NBA.
Right.
Everybody thought he was just a high flyer and a dunker because that's what they pretty much promoted when they showed his highlights on ESPN and everything.
Yeah.
Kid has an all-around badass game, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he can do it. And the thing is, like, I love when they showed him sizing up KD and talking mad smack to him.
Look.
Did not back down, told him what he thought about him and that messed up haircut and what he could do for him.
Is it a haircut or a lack thereof?
Man, hey man, the best meme on the internet still is when they got the chocolate drumstick right next to KD and all them beady beads. That wins every time. Every time I see it, dog.
Beady.
But I mean, from top to bottom, you look at the roster. You look at the way that Karl Anthony Towns is able to play because he has Gobert. He's a big man that can step away from the basket, so he's almost like that stretch four. You got Gobert at the basket. The guy, not Alexander, has the braids coming down to the side, comes off the bench. They have weapons everywhere, and they are giving they're giving the Nuggets fits.
Yeah,
they're giving them fits because
the
put like this: you throwing heat packs from the bench to the court because you're so mad.
Wait, heat packs and towels, right. Two separate times you throwing stuff at the refs and on the court. 2 separate times. He should have been, suspended, but I digress. But
they still want people to watch. That's why they ain't suspended.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's still about money. But now you mad though. You big mad, as they say.
Big mad.
Like, you big mad, right? I agree, Joe. They have to win tomorrow. They got to cut their head off. Don't give them life, man, because if you give them life, especially in Minnesota, that's an issue. Now, I hate the fact that they played on Monday and then they don't play again until Friday.
Yeah, they got a big break. They should have been playing tonight, but it is what
they should have.
They should have been playing tonight, bro. They tripped.
They're
trying to give
them a chance.
That time to rest. You're right. Yeah.
To rest and also to help figure it out.
Right. Agreed.
What's crazy though is as much as they try to figure it out, you can't figure out how to unphysical them because that everybody 1 through 10 are going to body you up and they don't care that they're bodying you up. Ant-Man has become a superstar over this season. In the playoffs is like his coming out moment, right?
Jay, I'm gonna say this. This is coming out moment.
Yeah.
And I said this in the shorts that I released this week. I'm gonna say it again because a lot of y'all might not have heard it in the back. The best thing that for SGA and Anthony Edwards is that Ja Morant was jackass enough to get suspended for 25 games and then got hurt as soon as he came back. Because that opened up the door for the next phase.
Yeah.
Because these young men have put themselves on display, playing the way they're playing right now, and playing really good basketball, and people are seeing them. And my wife was like, "Who is SGA? who is that?" I said, "Shai Gilgeous-Alexander." Oh, yeah, he good. But
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's
right.
They're putting themselves and their games on display. and that door and window is open up to where I say right now, those guys have claimed the NBA because the young man's game is coming. The old heads like LeBron and KD and Steph, they're gonna be gone soon. And we're gonna have to, learn to adapt to these dudes wearing skirts to the arena and stuff. Sorry, that's another topic.
Let's move on to the third down because I see what's going on, what's about to happen here. My goodness. Nikola Jokic, the Joker, wins the MVP again. This is his third one, if I'm not mistaken.
Alexander Walker. I'm sorry. I just saw the name I was looking for with the Timberwolves.
Yeah. Given what we know now, and even looking and watching him over the season, do you believe that the Joker deserves the MVP?
No. Now, is he good enough for MVP? Nikola Jokic does some stuff and pulls off some things, Jay, that just amazes me. Sometimes I'm like, how the heck did he do that? He single-handedly a couple games. Well, Jamal Murray had a couple games, but single-handedly some points against the Lakers. Drew went back and reclaimed that series for them.
Yeah.
Did a lot of things the whole year. Joker winning the MVP is not bad, but I thought that SGA.
There we go.
And man.
There we go.
Think about it. Who in God's name ever would have said it at the beginning of the NBA season that the Oklahoma City Thunder were going to be your number one seed in the Western Conference and look like they can do some things?
Not me, never, ever.
Never, ever. So to do that, I believe that he showed that he earned the right to be called the MVP. Do you like how they do the MVP voting?
I don't. This is a couple of things here. Number one, Oklahoma City at the beginning of the season to win it all, I believe they were a minus like 1,500 or something like that, right?
For real?
Yeah. Like it's crazy. It's like either minus 1,500 or minus 1,700, but it was really, really, really really good odds. Like, hey, you know what? Let me put $100 down. I'm about to make some money. The odds on them was crazy. Number two, SGA coming out of virtually nowhere. And then you had Chet Holmgren on the team. So it's the second youngest team in the league, right? Definitely didn't see that. When we talk about the MVP race, I like the fact that they have a regular season and they have a playoff because we would judge the MVP in the playoff for the regular season because there was only one.
Right.
So I do like that, but I will still contend that if I have Jokic on a team with Murray, how can he be the MVP if Murray takes over games? I won't say as much, but at least he's there.
Right.
You see what I mean? So like with SGA, to me, hey, he should be MVP. I would love Luka to be, and just the fact that he was in the running, but you have Kyrie on the team who can take over a game. And
that still doesn't take away from the fact that Luka, if healthy, I think would have had a more legit chance. He had a couple different stretches this season where I think the injuries hurt his chances of winning the MVP. But I don't think a player should be faulted because they have that one other guy on their team that can take over at a moment's notice and win it because they still did certain things to help.
But are you
a lot of people? Go ahead.
Are you a true MVP though? If I can defer to someone else, let's say 40% or 30%, 35% of the time, like again, most valuable player. If I take you off the squad, then we're done. Season's over.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that Jokic? To a degree, sure. But if you take Luka off the team, you still got Kyrie.
If you take Luka off the Mavericks dunner than done. Now, Luka and Kyrie have been great compliments to one another.
Sure.
And a lot of people didn't think that they would be able to play well together. And they
Right.
are. They proved everybody wrong.
Yeah.
But come on, man. Kyrie was colder than a Christmas turkey marinating in the refrigerator for the first half of the last couple of games and heated up in the third.
But that's the knock on Kyrie is that he can be streaky, bad shot taker, bad shot maker. You still have to take into account that he is not, he's a star in the league, not a superstar, but he's still a star in the league. Excuse me. And if I have a star in the league, a star on the team, then yeah, I get why you may be third. Because the argument is going to be, hey, you got Kyrie. So I guess that goes to, is Murray considered a star in the league?
Oh, here we go. We can go with this all-star and star shit again, huh? Murray is a star, but he doesn't replace the value that Nikola Jokic brings to the Denver Nuggets, because a guard that does what he does is easier to find than a big that can do what Jokic does.
It's a hard one. Joe saying you remove the Joker, Denver barbecue chicken. Jalen Williams is pure dog. 2 and is playing Robin to Batman in OKC.
Yeah. Jalen Williams, man, that dude, he has a brother in the league too. Hey, dog, OKC, I was like, man, they suck. Y'all tripping. I watched them the other night and I was like, bruh, I was way wrong on that one. They got some players on that team, man. They're playing well together.
If anyone should be upset, it should be Anthony Edwards, in my opinion.
About the MVP?
About MVP.
Okay, no doubt. Explain that a little bit more, though, Jay.
Well, I can see him, and I get. Here's what I see. Anthony Edwards is the catalyst. He is what moves that team. He is the heart and soul of that team. He can score from anywhere. He plays defense. I mean, he's everything. So for me, and yes, when you look at the Timberwolves, sure, you can say Rudy Gobert, but he's Defensive Player of the Year 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
But
Gobert, he serves a purpose and plays a role.
Exactly.
Same with Cat now. Anthony Edwards has elevated himself on that team to be the key vital piece that drives that entire team.
But you're not checking for Karl Anthony Towns. Let's be real here.
That's what I'm saying. I said Anthony. I said Ant-Man has surpassed Cat as to being the man of the Timberwolves team. That's what I said. I'm in total agreement with you on that.
Yeah. So if you I always talk about MVP. If you take that player off the team, really? If you take them off the team, are they how much degraded are they? And I think if you take Anthony Edwards off of Minnesota,
we're not talking about them
at all. They are not relevant.
Point blank period. Agreed.
We're not talking
about without Anthony Edwards, we're not talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves.
So to me, the fact that he's not even in the top 3, again, shout out to Luka. As Gilchrist, yes, absolutely. Alexander, absolutely. To me, Nikola Jokic should not even be in the top 3.
Damn.
He shouldn't be.
I know. And I heard what you just said. I ain't gonna argue with you on that. You ain't gonna take your man out of there, bro. I get it, dog. I get it.
He'd still be 3. He would still be 3. Because even though I do believe that Kyrie is one of the main reasons why he's 3, if you still take him off that squad, you're correct. They don't make the playoffs. They're hardly relevant at all in any conversation for postseason. But that doesn't mean, like I said, with Jokic this year, absolutely not. And I believe that Minnesota has actually, I think LA exposed them.
You think the Lakers exposed them but just couldn't finish the job?
Absolutely. I'm
can't
not saying
argue that, man. They didn't look like the same team. They didn't look
didn't.
man. And like I said, and I'm not just saying this. Shout out to Anthony Davis had, and people still gave him hell after that series. Anthony Davis had a way better year this year and was available. Would Jay?
Yes.
Would you say the best ability is
availability?
Availability. He was available this year.
Yeah. And that's
now,
what
Lebanon has some issues sometimes, but they just need to hear about that.
That's Lebanon, man. I mean, and again, we go back to the GM and looking at that roster and what they did with this roster, what we're doing with this roster, paying Reeves all that money, right? I mean, you just can't do it, man. Okay. You can't win with that type of roster. So hopefully Bronny can come in and help him out and make it work. Let's get to fourth.
You got to be more careful than that. With
got to be more careful.
Got to be more careful. Jeez Louise.
Woo! Man, fourth down. I heard this and I almost ran off the road. So apparently, I don't know if you've heard this, man. Snoop Dogg has a bowl game in Arizona, and it will be called the Gin and Juice Bowl. I'm going to let that sit right there. Oh. No, he was never worth $100 million, bro. Never.
Hey,
Gin and Juice Bowl.
Hey, man. I saw this in strolling and thumbing up on my device, right? And I really didn't read enough. I said Gin and Juice Bowl. I thought that somebody was like just joking or something.
No.
Then when you said, "Hey man, I've been working on Rundown, check it out," and I said Snoop Dogg Gin and Juice Bowl. So in my brain said, "Wait, that was real?" Like I just saw that. I said that was real. I said, "Oh hell to
the nah, yeah."
I'm not mad at it because everyone has a bowl game now.
Everybody does. There's 42 bowls.
But should a drink be within the title and name of the bowl game?
So this is the first bowl game that will be sponsored by a spirits company, a company that sells spirits, and of course that bears the name of alcohol. This is the first one. This is the first bowl that will do that.
But you know what, Jay? With all the gambling and stuff we let happen, why not? Why can't we let a little liquor, little spirit,
spirits? There you go.
Spirit be the name of a bowl game, the Gin and Juice Bowl.
I love it. Juice Bowl.
I love it because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? I would love if Jackson was in college. Like, hey, Daddy, we're going to the Gin and Juice Bowl.
Let's go.
The whole trip.
Hey, Arizona is not that far from Texas, bro.
Sipping on gin and juice.
Hey, the
that's bowl, gonna be they're gonna play that song the whole game.
Oh, the whole time. Every time, yeah. And it's gonna be in Tucson, Arizona.
The media day.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Bro.
Can you imagine the swag bags they get?
As long as they keep his edibles out of it. You can't get the kids edibles, Snoop.
Man, I may have
none of your THC stuff, your gummies, none of that in the swag bag, dog.
Do assistants get swag bags? I mean, I just need to be on the team somehow, some way, man.
I want to reach out to Snoop Dogg's people and see if I can't get on the bowl committee.
That part. Come on, Joe. We'll go out there too, man.
Hey, I'm definitely giving both teams velour Snoop Dogg jumpsuit in their team colors. That's gonna be their jogging suit for the week.
That's kind of dope.
Oh
that's
yeah, dog.
Nice.
Hey, and what about the Skechers? Snoop rocks Skechers. They're gonna have to wear Skechers and velour jogging suits,
man,
with the doggy style script on it.
Yeah, with the bandana print.
How'd you know? Yes, with the bandana print. Jay,
bro.
You know what the Gin and Juice Bowl just made me say?
You said it, but say it again.
Oh, hell
no.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. Just like having a bandana print velour tracksuit, this is the part of the podcast where we see things that happen throughout the week that make us say, "Oh, hell no." I got mine. I don't know if you have yours this week.
Oh yeah, I got one, bro.
Oh,
I had to narrow it down. I had multiple choice on this mother lover, man.
there you go. Yes, sir. Go
But,
for
all
it.
right, the one that got me, Jay. We always talk about different sports.
Yeah.
And I know as a former professional athlete, and not even professional, just as an athlete,
Yeah.
athletes from different sports always like to get together and talk smack about who could do what in that other person's sport.
Right.
But Austin Rivers, the son of Doc Rivers, the other day,
yeah.
decided to come out and say that on the Pat McAfee show that I know 30 guys right now in the NBA that could go play professional football, and no professional football player can come play basketball.
Right.
Now, basketball's a tough sport to play, y'all.
Yeah.
And it don't help that, a lot of your great athletes in football are not standing at 6'7" and taller.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest discrepancy. Athletically, there's a lot of guys in the NFL that can play. But Austin Rivers, yo, soft cotton candy ass,
Real
to
soft.
come out here and say that it's that easy to play in the NFL because of what y'all do in the flop-a-lot league that y'all play in,
Man.
constantly crying league.
Yeah.
Man, get your butt out of here with that, man. That you're a super old hell now. Like I've stepped on a basketball court not to that level,
Right.
and then did football at the highest level.
Right.
I know that is beyond hard to do. One, mindset wise, not just athletic ability wise.
Yeah.
And football player makeup, basketball player makeup, totally different. Now,
Totally
have there
different.
been greats that have turned into great tight ends and great playmakers?
Sure.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But to just try to write it off like it's just beyond easy. No, that's the part.
Nah, we're not doing that.
That's the part that got me the most with that one, bro.
Yeah, no, I saw that actually today, and I was like, okay, this dude. First of all, why are we giving power to to idiocy? Right? We should never do that. Don't never give power to stupidity. Never give power to stupidity. That's what this is. There are plenty of players that play in the NFL who played college ball and decided, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go the football route, right? Better opportunity, just what it is. But I know that there are quite a few players, especially wide receivers, tight ends, that played collegiate basketball, D1, did very well, started, but decided to go the football route. So this dude,
and maybe because it's old funny looking ass too. Maybe that's what made me hate it just even more. Man.
I mean, I think what I think it is. So is the absurdity of the number. It's the absurdity of the number.
Yeah. And then Jay, somebody today, man, my bad. See it pissed me off. That's why my old hell no. So I did a short. I put it out there.
Yeah.
Somebody, hey man, because you trying to tell me, dog, LeBron James can't go play tight end right now in the NFL. I say physically, yes. Mentally, healthy to no. LeBron James cried when he did you see the fake touch my head like I'm about to die?
Look, man.
Come on, man.
As much as I appreciate LeBron James for what he is, but he is a major flopper. Okay, so
isn't there a lot of people call him the Flop James?
Yes, I know. That's one of many nicknames that he has. He is a flopper. So, for my oh hell no, man, that's a great one. That's a really good one. I couldn't decide. It's the same story, but I couldn't decide which part was oh hell no. So let's just call it all of it.
Okay.
Pat Riley came out. Because let's back up. Butler, the guard for Miami, came out and said, "You know what? We would still be playing if I was there. If I was there, because I'm this and I'm that and blah, blah, blah. And let me tell you what Pat Riley said. Pat Riley said, you know what? You weren't there, so shut up. Boom, bip, that's it. The third part of this, though, that just came out was the agent for Butler comes out and says, hey, Butler has played, okay? If he wasn't hurt, he was playing. He played these many games in this season and these many playoff games in this. Listen, at the end of the day, there's a couple of things going on here. Don't say nothing. Your team lost. Pat's right. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. But Pat, don't call the dude out, man.
No, sometimes you need to be called. I like old school people like Pat.
Not in public like that, man. Just go behind the scenes.
Jimmy Butler came with his hair. He came to the game on the sideline looking like Baby D from Friday After Next, bro.
Just leave that. He was in with a.
Did you see the Afro puffs he had?
I know.
He looked like his name should have been Kiki.
He called Hero Fragile too.
Hey man,
he did. He went in.
I love it because that's the accountability piece. So if you're talking about what would have happened if you had played, you're bringing attention to a situation that don't even need to be spoken on. Hey man, it's unfortunate. We had some injuries this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Boston got the best of us. We can't wait to come back and make another run next year.
There you go.
Leave it alone.
Pat could have said that. Pat could have said that.
But Jimmy Butler could have said that.
He could have, but Pat could have said that because Pat is like 90,000 years old, okay?
Hey,
he
man.
could have came out and said, hey, had some injuries. Boston got the best of us. We're going to continue to work to get better and improve the team. Boom.
Pat Riley looks like he's supposed to be on like the new Goodfellas that's about to come out.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, he looked like
he's like a made man.
Yeah, hey, between Al Pacino and you know what I'm saying?
De Niro.
And De Niro, like he's like both of them. With his hair slicked back, it looks crazy, man. He looks scary.
I like it. I mean, I can tell that you wasn't crazy about how I like that he called him out, bro. I love it, man.
And you know what? And I'm not about being soft on players and people like that, but there's a point where you be like, that's a little rough. It's a little rough.
Get him.
That's a little rough, man. Hey, what are we going to next?
I don't know. Did you write up between the lines?
I got some stuff we can talk about, man, for sure.
Sweet. Let's do it. Man.
Between the Lines, powered by Loyal to Ash Cigar Subscription. Get your subscription today.
That's right. Between the Lines. Hey, look, we're just gonna hit some real quick hitters here. Are the Mavs done? I know it's been one game. I know they're playing now, but are the Mavs done based on what we saw? Or can they salvage this?
Between the Lines, and you went to the Dallas Mavericks?
Oh, my bad. Between the Lines. Man, stop. Okay, here we go.
It's all good. Keep it on the court.
No,
you good. It's all right. Right now, it's all the same.
Yeah.
The Dallas Mavericks are done if Luka Doncic is not healthy. Okay. And he has the bad knee, and now rumor has it that he sprained an ankle as well.
Right.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is no help at all right now.
No. Oh, no.
And Kyrie Irving cannot play slow to start the game out.
No.
So the Mavericks, did they play tonight?
They play tonight. Yeah, they've already started. So
thank you, Lady Canada.
Yeah, there you go.
If they lose tonight, it's over.
Yeah. And here's what's crazy. I'm excited to see them play. I'm excited to see Timberwolves and OKC play. Like, I really want
everybody wants that.
Everybody does,
bro. Everybody want to. You ain't saying nothing that everybody else ain't thinking. Once they seen those first round games, they say, "Oh, dog, I can't." Man, let me tell you something. The Western Conference Finals.
Oh man,
the Western Conference Finals, Jay,
mm-hmm.
is going to be better than the NBA Championship Series.
I agree with that.
That's what I think. personally.
Even though coming out of the East, we have to agree that Boston is coming out of the East, right?
And Boston got beat like a drum tonight. They always did that to Miami. Also, they gave up one game where they looked like
they gave it's a gentleman's
Cleveland hit. I believe Boston's coming out, but I also believe that Porzingis is going to need to return against the Pacers. I believe it's going to be the Pacers and the Celtics.
Really?
In the
you don't
NBA,
think you don't think the Knicks are going to pull this out?
Now with Obi-Wan Kenobi is hurt. And Brunson is now hurt. I think
I didn't know
Brunson's been the best player in the postseason right now.
Dude, listen.
And I know we didn't mention him earlier, but Brunson has averaged over 40 in like the last 5 games, bro.
So he definitely can be the playoffs MVP if they make it through. But here's what's crazy to me is, I've had my conversations with fellow Mavs fans, and we come back. Yeah, here's my 2 cents. Was that your 2 cents or my 2 cents?
I'm waiting for your 2 cents.
It's coming because, hey, look, 100,000 sounds pretty cheap, right? 100 million sounds pretty cheap right now, based upon what is happening on our team and seeing what's happening in New York.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, this is what happens with the Mavs, right? It's with Vinny Johnson, the microwave. Look, it's just been going on. Bill Winnington went to the Bulls, won a you leave here, you get a championship. That's what happens with Dallas Mavericks. That's been happening since 1980. Since we broke into the league. So it's what it is. But I do think Boston is coming out between Indiana and New York. Now that Bronson is hurt, sure, okay, Indiana wins that series. But I still think, even with Porzingis hurt, I think Tatum is playing the best I've seen him play in a long time, and maybe even his career. I think things are starting to slow down for him. He's starting to realize and recognize. And White, this guy, jeez.
Hey, man, I know he don't know me and care what I say and think.
Yeah.
But if I ever met that dude, I owe him an apology.
You and about everybody else in the world.
White. And you know what I think it was, Jay? And don't laugh at me. I think it was. That's it. His hair was so jacked up, everybody judged him. Everybody judged that dude off his haircut. So bad to where he came back bald this year. And he was balling.
Dude, he had that little puff with that headband on. Like, man, you need to stop, bro.
I did not respect that dude that looked like a chia pet whose leaves got stuck together. I couldn't do it. Hey,
I said the exact same.
White, hey, man, I was like, White.
I said, yo, what's this new cat on here? He looked like another dude with the, oh my God, that's him.
Did you see the character in 2K? What it looked? Never mind. I owe that dude an apology. I know he don't care and don't know me.
Dude, we're gonna have to do like a top 5 worst game character renditions.
Oh wow. You gonna make me? Oh wow.
That's on the list. I'm gonna give you some time on that one, but that's definitely coming up. Speaking of, you know what? We got about 10 minutes left. It's gonna take all of that time for this top 5. Let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
It's time for the top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Big Game Sports Buzz, top 5.
That's right. Just like the Mr. Announcer said, some people have a top 100, some have a top 50, some have a top 25, some punk out and have a top 10, but not here at Big Game Sports Buzz. No, top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. You have to decide. No honorable mentions here tonight. Let's go. Listen, let me tell you something. This is a tough top 5 tonight. This is a tough one. This is a hard one. Top 5 draft classes of the NFL all time. So people feel they're gonna be angry with you tonight.
Hey man, first and foremost,
what?
The top 5 is live all the time. I love it. Love it. Love it. It's time for me to do another top 5.
Yeah.
Best of top 5 reel.
Yes.
But Jay Stoggs, y'all, the Buff Nerd, loves coming up with things he thinks is going to stump Big Game.
Let's go.
He loves to see my reaction to the things we talk about. But in this one, you know, there's no right, there's no wrong. And I'm going to his book. I have these written down with really no particular order at all. No particular order at all. And I didn't. So, Jay, I'm going to tell you this right now off the rip.
Yeah.
I only wrote down 5. I made myself do this where I only wrote down 5. I didn't write down any other ones.
Wow.
I really thought about it, looked at it, because I knew I was going to start spewing off. You know, also, this draft was good because of this draft. So to keep myself from cheating, I did not even I reconfigured my list and made the final 5 list, and all the other ones I scratched them off, and they're not up here. So I can't.
There you go.
I can't
good job.
So first and foremost, and I know I don't want to take too long, but I got to name a couple people.
Okay.
1989 draft, NFL draft. Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders, Derek Thomas. I mean, just think about how pivotal just three of those guys were.
Yeah.
In the influence they had on the NFL. The 1989 draft. 1993, Michael Strahan, Will Shields, John Lynch, my former teammate from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Jerome the Bus Bettis.
Man, that's a good draft.
Jay, that draft class went on to have over 36 Pro Bowl players out of that draft class.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's pretty damn impressive, man.
That's awesome.
2001, LaDainian Tomlinson, Richard Seymour, you know, for the Patriots. Dan Morgan, the linebacker for the Carolina Panthers, man.
Yeah.
And Steve Hutchinson, offensive lineman that went to Michigan, had a long, lengthy career. Just went on to the Hall of Fame here not too long ago, man. That draft class, they had just solid players that had like a long-lasting career.
Yeah.
But LT, I think, and Richard Seymour, I think, were the reason I really, really picked this draft class.
Yeah.
The original super quarterback draft, 1983.
Yes.
NFL draft. John Elway.
Yeah.
Eric Dickerson. Jim Kelly.
Yep.
Dan Marino.
Yep.
And Darryl Green.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's fire right there. Darryl Green damn near was playing when I got in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a 20-year career.
20-year career. He finished when I was in high school. I'm being facetious, but and then they just showed this man at a camp at 60-something years old.
Looks good, man.
Running breaks faster than guys in their 20s.
Looks good.
Crazy. And then, last but not least,
the
1998 NFL draft.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Randy Moss. Charles Woodson. Fred Taylor. And your boy, Big Game James.
There you go. Very nice. Yes. Clap it up.
I got to put the year I went in.
But
it's a great draft class for me because that's when I saw that dreams can come true.
There you go.
It helped create a moment for me.
Absolutely. No, that's fantastic, man. Don't get teary-eyed, but that's great, dude. I love your list. Some surprises, but definitely some ones that we're on the same wavelength. 1983 definitely, to me, was the best. I don't do mine in particular order.
Right.
The people that you mentioned, we talk about the quarterbacks, but also Bruce Matthews was also in this draft, who's a Hall of Fame.
Like 9,000 years.
Oh my gosh. You know what I'm saying? You talk about Darryl Green, Richard Dent was in this draft as well. So I mean, dude, you have 8 Hall of Famers that came out of this draft.
Right.
And I mean, it's just the 30 for 30, and this is what actually prompted me to do this top 5 was I watched Elway to Marino again and was like, man, this is a hell of a draft class. Just the first round is crazy. You also mentioned 1989. Listen, the people that you mentioned, fantastic. There was one that you did mention that was kind of surprised. Deion Sanders came out in this draft as well.
I had him, man, when I transferred the name out of it, but I had that.
Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders,
and Deion. I had him. I don't know how I lost that between.
It's all good. Steve Atwater, that's why I'm here, man. Steve Atwater, Derek Thomas, Deion Sanders. Though it didn't have the depth, but it definitely had the playmakers, man. It was an awesome draft. 1998, as you mentioned. Listen, when you have Peyton Manning in your draft, that's Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Randy Moss, dude. That's that right there.
Hey man, your boy Greg Ellis had a good career.
He did. No, he's definitely a Cowboy great. And definitely was a great draft pickup there. It's, I'm the old school. I have to go old school with you. 1979.
You don't give me something. I knew it. I was watching football, but I know what the hell I was looking at in 1979.
Man, listen, I'm gonna give you some names, and you just, we're just gonna go from there. Joe Montana was in this draft class.
Okay.
Phil Simms was in this draft class.
Okay.
Otis Anderson was in this draft class.
Damn.
Kellen Winslow was in this draft class. Dan Hampton was in this draft class. And these are just Hall of Famers that was in this. This was a great draft class of 1979.
That's you, dude. You named some guys right there.
Some dudes, right? Some heavy
dudes. Yeah.
And then finally, listen, like I said, I love to do research. I love to look around and say, okay, what really is the pinnacle of these draft classes? I still think 1983 is probably one of the best. But 1967 is a draft class that these are people that you see videos of, you read about. When you go to Hall of Fame, you go to Canton, you see their busts. These are like some of the original people that went into the Hall. You're talking about Ken Houston. You're talking about Willie Lanier. You're talking about Gene Upshaw. You're talking about Alan Page, Bob Greasy, Lem Barney, Larry Little, Rayfield Wright, like Floyd Little. Like, these are the foundational pieces of the NFL, all coming out of one draft in 1967. It blows your mind to me. Just they're all there, right? So there you go. Top 5. Other draft classes.
Good job.
Thank you, sir. Other draft classes? Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah. There's a bunch of other draft classes, bro.
It definitely is.
That's a tough one because this is the thing. Like I said, dog, I'd never like to say draft bust. I like to say some people that did not live up to the expectations that they had.
Sure.
But I know how it goes, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just the whole process is amazing.
Yeah.
And everyone who got drafted, whether they play 10 years or 10 downs, it's a life-changing moment.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it, man. But it's been some damn good players in this small fraternity that I'm in.
Yeah.
And I love acknowledging those guys and those people, and being able to talk about it with people. I had kids today at school like, Coach, you play for the. Oh my God! When I looked it up, you played Peyton Manning. I said I played with Peyton Manning too. Y'all don't know. Oh my God! Like when they start finding out who some of these players are later on,
right,
from like their parents and stuff.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, I told my dad that you did this. He's like, oh my God, he did. Yeah, he played with. They're like, my dad knew who you were. It's crazy, man. It's wild. It's a cool feeling, but just to see their faces, but just also knowing them, like, look, no matter what I'm doing, and you know what question I love, Jay, and I know we got to wrap this up.
Yeah,
I always get from the kids. Well, Coach, why are you teaching school now? Like, dude, I'm still in my 40s, bro. I can't still play football. I need to do something. You want me to just go sit at home? Everybody be like, you should be living in the mansion and be on your boat. Like, I didn't make NBA money,
man. Right.
But anyway,
and look, your quarterbacks, especially nowadays, take up 20%, 21% of your cap. But I digress.
But
I digress on that.
If I would have played in this era, oh Lord Jesus.
Oh yeah, that part.
Anyway,
I want to shout out real quick to 2nd, 3rd grade Dolphins for winning the Mansfield Championship in flag football, gridiron. Way to go, dudes! Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Big Warren,
man. Yeah. Lil Warren had got a certificate for most passing touchdowns.
Okay.
In the league this year. I'm trying to make him to a linebacker D line, but he was like, Dad, I'm a quarterback. Like,
It's all good, man.
All right,
Hey,
bro.
this shit gonna change 20 times between now and middle school, bro. Just let him live his dream, Lynn.
Hey.
Let him live, dog.
I'm gonna let him live, and
Live.
my thing is, okay, if that's what you want to do, we're gonna set this this little deal is throwing that up in the back, and we're gonna see what you got. We're gonna really work it out. But no, shout out to them. They did an awesome job, and unfortunately didn't make it all the way to the DFW Bowl Championship, but we definitely won for Mansfield in our district. So it was amazing experience. So shout out to them.
Hey, man. That's a great job. Hey, man, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Please, again, make sure you like, subscribe, smash that bell so you know every time that we are on the airways. Check out our other shows. Monday, Man Cave, that's MCXP Radio with the musicologist A. Reed. Chop Shop will be back one day soon. Get ready for the Buff Nerd Show. And make sure y'all checking out Ricky T and Dieter Thursday nights following us here at Two Birds in One Show. You don't like the Two Birds, you'll definitely like the beer they talk about.
There you go.
Anyway, for the Buff Nerd, J Stoggs, I'm your boy Big Game James. And until next time, peace.
Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype. It's big gang, big gang. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big